discuss. Prosper Trading Academy CEO Scott Bauer. Usually we see him out in Chicago.
That's
Today,
right.
He's here with us in the studio, which is a nice treat. So, Scott, talk to us about these oil fundamentals and what we're seeing today. It's interesting that this trade optimism seems to be outweighing some potential negatives.
It really is, and we're seeing volatility in the oil patch off the charts right now. Both when we saw it down at 42, 43, and now as it's approaching $50 again. And it just seems like there is so much still on the risk headline front, whether it's on the supply side, the demand side, or what we're seeing now on this rally up here. And this Eurozone number that we got, especially coming out of Germany today, the slowdown there is really, I think, more so than anybody had expected. And if that continues, I mean, where are we going to get the big demand coming from? Is it going to be from China? Well, it's only going to be from China if we get a trade deal, right? And
even if we do get a deal, they're still seeing slowing growth.
Exactly. And the thing that concerns me most is the ISM manufacturing index number we had last week that really showed that maybe some of that Eurozone slowdown and some of the economic slowdown that we're seeing elsewhere is starting to seep here.
Well, I realize it's hard to time a market, but how far out are we looking at before we might see oil again around $70 a barrel? I mean, we weren't there. We were there not too long ago, but we collapsed pretty quickly.
We did. I mean, to me, I don't see it any time in the next 3 to 6 months for sure. I mean, we would have to have just a massive turnaround, not economically, but just in the marketplace. We would have to have OPEC adhere to their cutbacks. We would have to see some of the shale producers here in the States really start pulling back. I just don't see that happening, especially they're actually increasing their output. They're not pulling back at all. You know, it wasn't so long ago, what was it, 6 months ago or so, when that 10 million barrel a day here in the States, that was the upper end. Now we're almost at 12 a day. It's 11.7. We're not cutting back here.
So I'll ask the other side then. Even though we've seen oil rallying recently, where do you think, do you think that the bottom is in for oil prices, or do you think we're going to retest the lows that we've seen?
I think we retest the lows. Maybe we don't get down to that 42 level or so, but I think 44, 45 is going to be that range. And I think 50, which is a psychological number, there's going to be a lot of sellers coming in here, but I think 45 to probably 50, 51 is the range.
Real quick, just want to bring gold into this, because there was a talk not too long ago, hey, gold 1,300 an ounce, and we're back below. We're trading roughly 12.86 an ounce. But should we be looking at 1,300? Is that some kind of level we're going to break through?
You know, I think it's all dollar dependent. I mean, gold has traded just lockstep with the dollar, and we've seen that rally, which we would have thought we would have seen much of 2018 as a risk-off asset. We saw that as the dollar started coming down. So let's see what happens here. But 1,300 is a psychological number. I think we break through it, and I think we go higher.
All right. Thanks. Good to see you. Scott Bauer from Prosper Trading Academy, CEO, and visiting us here in the studio from Chicago. Appreciate it.